Inside the Ottoman world, the winds are no longer confined to palace corridors. They are turning into a storm that reaches beyond the empire's borders. Early morning in a European court, cold stone walls, long corridors echo with footsteps that signal rising tension. The Ottoman envoy, Bayram Kavus, waits behind heavy doors. His mission is clear: deliver Sultan Suleiman's message to King Louis of Hungary. But this visit will become the beginning of a confrontation. Bayram Kavus is brought into the royal chamber. The letter he carries is not just paper, it represents the will of an empire. Yet the looks he receives are cold. There is no respect, only arrogance. No diplomacy, only hostility. Words grow sharper. The atmosphere tightens. Then a decision is made that cannot be undone. The Ottoman envoy is executed. This is not simply the death of a man, it is the spark of war. On the same day, inside the towering walls of Topkapi Palace, a different scene unfolds. The imperial council gathers. State officials wait in silence. Sultan Suleiman enters the hall with steady steps. He is young, but his gaze carries determination. He has not been on the throne for long, yet the weight of centuries rests on his shoulders. His words are short and clear. Rhodes, the island that has stood in the empire's way for years. The fortress that threatened trade routes. The prize many sultans tried but failed to capture. In Suleiman's eyes, it is no longer an option, it is a necessity. Rhodes will be conquered. Silence fills the chamber. This is not just a campaign. This is the young sultan's first great message to the world. But within the palace walls, another war has already begun. The harem, the quietest place in appearance, and the loudest battlefield in reality. Mahidevran walks through the corridor. When her eyes fall on a ring shining on Harem's finger, she recognizes it instantly. It is the ring Sultan Suleiman had prepared for her. Time slows, her heart pounds, anger flashes in her eyes, but fate denies her the chance to react. Suddenly, she feels dizzy, her legs weaken. She collapses. The harem erupts in chaos. Servants rush in, doors open. The chief physician is summoned. Everyone holds their breath. Minutes feel endless. Then the physician speaks. Mahidevran is pregnant. Joy spreads through the harem like wildfire. This is not just news of a baby, it is the promise of a prince, the promise of the future. But one person's world darkens. Harem, her face reveals nothing, yet inside, a storm tears everything apart, because her rival is no longer just a woman. She is a mother-to-be. Meanwhile, Sultan Suleiman decides to leave the palace. It is not enough to rule from the throne. He wants to walk among his people. Disguised with Ibrahim, he enters the bustling marketplace of Istanbul. The bazaar is alive. Merchants shout, children run, sellers praise their goods. No one knows a sultan walks among them. Suleiman listens to the people, their complaints, hopes, fears, because wars are not won by armies alone. They are won by the hearts of the people. Shipyards work tirelessly. Ships are prepared. Metal is forged. Soldiers train. Suleiman and Ibrahim discuss new strategies. This campaign will be different. It is not just a conquest, it is a message. Back in the palace, Harem's inner storm grows stronger. She wants to see the sultan. She needs to reach him. But fate blocks her path again. Mahidevran is already with Suleiman, and she is about to share her news. Harem's door closes once more. The valid sultan tries to calm the tension between the two women, but Mahidevran's anger will not fade easily. At that moment, a gift from King Louis of Hungary arrives at the palace. The chest is opened. Everyone watches. What emerges is not a gift, it is a challenge. Sultan Suleiman's eyes harden. He announces a new target. Belgrade. War is now inevitable. Yet another crisis erupts inside the palace. The ring Suleiman gave Harem disappears. The palace turns upside down. Servants are questioned. Rooms are searched. The ring cannot be found. Once again, Ibrahim uncovers the truth. But what he learns is dangerous enough to shake the palace balance. Instead of telling the sultan, he confides in the valid sultan. Now the burden of truth rests on her shoulders. The palace walls remain silent. But the storm is coming. And just as the balance inside the palace begins to form, the real storm is only getting started. Make sure to stay with us to discover what happens next in this story. Share your thoughts with us, because every comment opens a new door on this journey. See you in the next episode.